Friday night, a very frosty Friday night in Dublin City, and welcome to the studio of Loving Awareness, where I have sought refuge from an Irish television institution known as The Late Late Show. In fairness, it does hold an international record for being the longest ever running television chat show in history. Yes, it surpasses the likes of Here's Johnny Carson, the late, great. So anyway, yeah, I remember when The Late Late Show, as hosted by Gay Byrne in its original manifestation, it would draw big stars. Seriously, people like, now I will lose people under 40 here, but people like Peter Ustinov and Fred Astaire, they all graced The Late Late Show. That man off the Oneiden line, very famous people. Now we are reduced to Vogue Williams and a guy who, I'm trying to remember what his name is, it's weird, Mario Rosenstock. I couldn't watch that, especially after the evening I've had, because I haven't been well. Oh no. When you reach a certain age, things start to kind of go wrong, and I had this pain in my, I know I'm giving you pain in the butt now, but just bear with. I had this kind of pain in my side, and I hadn't slept very well the night before. So I had this massive voiceover on, which was all about Victorian Britain and the hardships they had to suffer. The fucking terrible trials these people went through, particularly if you were an orphan. I did that. I don't mind the voiceover, it's the editing. Frickin' editing. Oh, if there was ever something designed to drive the human being mad, I suppose besides the barbecue, assembling a barbecue, it's editing audio. Anyway, on a lighter note, you may have noticed the Wicca logo down here. I've decided, as well as my paranormal stuff, which you'll find soon, I'm working on that, scary era. First and foremost in my mind has always been music. It's a huge influence on me. Huge. I was a radio broadcaster on and off for years, and a DJ back in the pirate days. And music is just in my blood, particularly 70s and 80s. Once the kind of rap came in, for whatever reason, my mind did not compute. It went, that's talking, it's not singing, end of. Plus the musicianship seemed to go right down the toilet. So let me bring you back. A lot of you weren't even born. And I was the tender age, I worked out recently, of about 4 or 5. For in 1968, there was a hit by a group called The Move. The front man, I'm trying to think of him, but he went on to, Roy Wood, went on to form the likes of Wizzard. Again, some of your eyes are glazing over. What will add to what I'm about to show you is that it's in black and white, so it's very reminiscent of the era. It's a cracking tune, like a lot of them. It's probably only about 2 minutes or so long, because studio time was so expensive back then. It's pretty expensive now. But enjoy, because even though when I do my Lost in Music, I originally start somewhere between Elvis and the Beatles, because they're very influential. I can remember them. I even remember somebody saying to me in the 60s, the Beatles invented pop music. And I had this vision of guys in a shed, a bit like myself, hammering with tongs and anvils and stuff, creating pop music. But The Moves, I think it's called Get the Fire Brigade. You're about to see it. The chorus is that. Dates from 1968. And I remember it somewhere in that kind of, Proustian kind of memory of mine. I recall it, and I would like to dedicate it to an Irish disc jockey of many years standing called Ronan Collins, who is kind of hanging up his full-time headphones today or later on in the week. a great guy, lovely guy. Met him once, drove him mad, gave him my demo tape, which he subsequently put in his pocket and no doubt binned, and rightly so, because it was shite. It was the 1980s, what more can I tell you? So, The Move, Get the Fire Brigade.
Cast your mind back 10 years to the girl who's next to me in school. If I put my hand upon her leg, she'd hit me with a rule. Though tomorrow won't be long, we're gonna have to play it cool. You'll be fascinated by her, she could set the place afire. Run and get the fire brigade, get the fire brigade. See the building start to really burn. Get the fire brigade, get the fire brigade. If you jump, you've got to wait your turn. Friends all seem to laugh, I feel I have to make a compromise. Try to reassure myself, my head must need some exercise. 10:30 in the morning, she just took me by surprise. She set the place afire. You've been fascinated by her. We're gonna get the fire brigade, get the fire brigade. See the building start to really burn. Get the fire brigade, get the fire brigade. If you jump, you've got to wait your turn. The lights across the street throw a rainbow.